Here's the shield face down on a towel. This came off the VTX. This is a Methostats shield, and these are the LED lights. I ordered these lights from osnium.com. This is the package that they came out of, and Osnium sells a multitude of different types of LEDs. These are actually green. They come in a lot of different colors, but they come in different brightness. Each color has its own brightness factor, and green and white is the brightest. I could have gotten another color, but green is bright, so I decided to go ahead and get green. I just taped them down with indoor-outdoor tape. The tape I used came out of this package here. It's Scotch exterior mounting tape. Looks like this. It's red, but it's very, very strong stuff. The red is the cover. It peels off, and it's kind of like a gray foam tape. It's very strong stuff. So these aren't going to go anywhere. These lights are also waterproof, and I just bought some stainless steel washers and put them in between, so I've got the washers holding down the wire at this location and at this location, and that's basically enough. That's all we're going to need to hold the wire down. At the end of the wire, I spliced on the trailer adapter. This is so I can have a quick disconnect off the motorcycle if I need to take the shield off. And it's just a matter of just splicing the wires onto it. I use solder and some shrink wrap tubing, to cover it. Okay, now we have to pull the headlight out of the headlight housing to get access to the wiring, which is where the wiring for the turn signals are. First thing you want to do is put a towel down on your front fender. Like so, to protect the fender. When you pull the headlight out, it's got to rest on something. So you want it to rest on that towel so it doesn't scratch it. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. See if I can. Okay. Now, what you want to do is very easy. Pull the headlight out. All you have to do is pull out two screws. Got my screwdriver. There we go. You have one upper screw on this side. Not very long, short little screw. Then there's one on the other side here. Once those two screws are out, the headlight will drop free. There's a little catch on the bottom. You have to kind of lift up just slightly. The headlight comes out, still attached, rests on the fender. Now you have access to the wiring. Okay, you are looking at the headlight housing. To show the diagram of how I rigged up the wiring for the turn signal indicators. First thing, if you'll notice, the stock wiring on this bike, you've got a light solid blue wire. That's your right turn signal wire, stock on the bike. The solid orange wire is your left turn signal wire. So you have to tap into those for this system to work. I came in with on the right side with a white ground wire and a red hot lead. I grounded the white wire to this bolt here. It serves as a perfectly fine ground. Came in with a red wire from the right side, and I tapped into the light blue wire with a connector. Now I'm going to recommend that you do a hard solder connection with this, as I had to do with the left side, because sometimes it'll vibrate loose. It's not a very good connection with the high vibration tendency with the bike. I did have a little problem with it, so I recommend a hard solder connection for this. But as you can see here, I used a plastic connector. On the left side, same thing. I came in with the white wire for the ground, grounded it with this bolt here on the side of the housing. The red lead on the on the left side as well taps into the left turn signal indicator, which is the stock orange wire on the bike. So left side, tap into the orange wire, right side, tap into the blue wire. and ground to these bolts here, and you'll be fine. Just feed the wires through the back side of the housing. There's a cavity in the back, a hole in the back of the housing, where you can feed the wires back through to your, in my situation, I put little trailer hitch plugs here so I could take my shield off if I wanted to. You don't have to do that. You can just hardwire it all the way up to the turn signal. So that's the wiring diagram. It's pretty simple, straightforward. And here's the shield mounted on VTX. As you can see, the LEDs are here, and they are barely even visible. They're mounted on the lower edge of this strip, of this stainless steel strip here across the shield, so that you can get the double effect of the reflection coming off the LEDs, as I'll show you now what they look like. Right turn signal, left turn signal. And as you can see, you're getting kind of a double reflection, since I mounted them a little lower on the portion of the shield. And this gives you a much better visual indication if your turn signals are on. And I can't stress enough how this improves the safety aspect of riding, as sometimes you may not be aware that your turn signal is turned on, and someone's pulling out front, pulling out from a right side of the road, and they think you're turning when you're not really turning, by your turn signal being inadvertently left on. It can be very dangerous, as they can pull out in front of you. So I consider this to be an invaluable safety addition to the motorcycle.